Good morning from Yurimaguas. We've got a big day ahead of us today. I'm going to head out and pick up the boat. It's a long story. I might tell you a little bit about it as I go about my day, but had a team of Peruvian Bible students that we went out and did some ministry upriver, and the boat motor broke down, and we ended up having to get another motor and come back. It was a much smaller motor, and it was really a slow, long journey yesterday, and we actually didn't make it all the way back to Yurimaguas. We made it to a little port town called Santa Lucia. That's about an hour by road from here. It has road connection, so we left the boat out there because it was getting close to dark, and unloaded everything and brought it, came in by truck. And so today, part of what I need to do, even though I'm tired and it's been a long week and lots of travel, I drove all day yesterday, and today I'm going to go back out to Santa Lucia, put the motor back, little motor back on the boat, and drive it back. Finish the rest of the journey back to Yurimaguas. Should be a little easier. It's empty. Yesterday I had 11 people on the boat, so I'm going to go out by myself. I just thought I'd take you along and show you what this process looks like. Okay, so step one, I jump in a motor car, and it's going to be about an hour in a little motor car to get out to Santa Lucia down the dirt road. Thank goodness it hasn't rained in a few days, so it'll be a dry ride. Well, I made it here to Santa Lucia, where the boat's at, and I'm getting ready to put the motor on and load up the gas and get ready to roll back down to Yurimaguas. Now the real work begins. Put the motor on. Well, I didn't video that. It was a good thing I didn't, but motor's on and gas is in the boat. Everything's hooked up and running. Ready to take this thing back to Yurimaguas. Well, let me tell you a little bit about why I'm out here doing this today. This last week, went upriver with a team of Bible students from Tarapoto. I went up to do some ministry in a couple of villages way in, installing water filters and children's ministry, and just had a really good time with them. We went up on Monday, and when we got up there, our motor broke. And we have a 40-horse motor that we normally run on this little boat, and we had 11 people, so it was kind of slow, but we were getting there, no problem. But when that broke, we were kind of out of luck. The next morning, I went down to the community sat phone. The community has a pay satellite phone because there's no communication out there. And made a phone call to Jennifer, and we made some arrangements. We got this little 15-horse back in Yurimaguas. She's gonna send it by road as far up as she can, Paso Puerto, to a town. And then we were gonna send somebody from where we were at down in a canoe to pick it up. It's about 6 hours. So I got a friend named Teddy, and he jumped in his canoe, and he took off and was going to Paso Puerto to pick it up, the motor. And we'd sent him on his way when Jennifer called us back and said, hey, the road is closed. I guess there was a semi stuck in the road, and there was nobody getting through. And then they sent up a machine of some kind to pull the semi out, and that broke down. And the road had been closed for a day and a half or 2 days or something, and there was no getting through whatsoever. And she said it looked fairly hopeless. We were not going to get a motor through, is what the company said. So Jennifer left the motor there anyway at the transport company. Said if first truck out, if it gets through, gets through. And but we had no way of communicating with Teddy to tell him the road was closed. We didn't know how long he'd wait or what would be going on. So the next morning early, when Teddy was supposed to go pick up the motor, I go down to the sat phone to call Jennifer, or try to get a hold of her, and the sat phone doesn't work. It quit working in the village. So there we were without any communication, without any knowledge of anything that was going on. Little did we know that the road did get open, the motor did get through. Teddy did pick it up, but we didn't know that. We were just sitting there, and we were supposed to head back Friday and Thursday, waiting all day, no motor. Finally, 5 o'clock in the evening, Teddy pulls up to the village we were at with a canoe and the motor in the back, and with him, and tell you, I was I was one happy camper at that point. Gave him a big old hug, and we praise the Lord that He provided for us to get back. Now, it wasn't a smooth ride back, and 11 people in a boat with a 15-horse motor is not fun. But that's why we only made it to Santa Lucia yesterday. It was going to get dark on us. We never made it to Yurimaguas. Had to come back by road. And then this morning, I have to go back and get the boat and motor, and bring it back. But luckily, I'm empty with the 15 horse in the back, and we are scooting along. Gonna scoot right along today. But yeah, that's why I'm out here trying to finish up a long week. Here I am in the port. Made it back to Yurimaguas, and now I gotta take off the boat, or the motor and the gas, and get it back home. Now the gas and the motor down there, back in the motor car, headed back home. Finally back home. Got the motor put away, everything back where it belongs. Back is hurting a little bit from lugging that thing around, but it's alright. It was a long week, but it was a good week.